So, as we walked our way to the gym this morning, the weather was chilly and there was a dense white fog, so dense that we could hardly see beyond a few feet. This set the perfect mood for us to watch Diya Ghosh's Bob Biswas while walking on the treadmill. And my god, what a decision it was to watch it. So let's jump right into it.
Shut up and sit down.
Guys, we can't tell you how buzzed we were about this movie, and we know you were too. But let's see some background of the movie first. So, Bob Biswas is a second directorial venture of Diya Ghosh, who has previously given us Neighborhood Ties in 2017 and has also worked as second unit director for movies like Badla and The Vox VR. The film is produced by Red Chillies, Gauri Khan, and co-produced by Diya Ghosh, who is also the dialogue and script writer alongside Raj Vasant. We know Sujoy from some of his excellent movies, starting from Jhankar Beats, Kahani, Kahani 2, and Typewriter. For those of you who don't already know, Bob Biswas is based on the character by the same name from the movie Kahani and intends to be the origin story of an ordinary insurance agent who wakes up after 8 years in coma only to discover that he has amnesia and can't even remember his family. What happens to him following this event is what the movie is all about. The movie is meant to be a spin-off to the Kahani series.
The direction and writing. Diya chooses to stick to the demeanor that was originally adapted for the character in Kahani. This sort of virals out into other characters, and we end up seeing most characters having a passive outer shell but having aggression inside. She captures the characters with a sense of realism, like eating too much when stressed or subconsciously apologizing to inanimate objects or people. The decision to use the blue haze and sepia tones, well, again, something Bollywood loves to do with these thrillers, but it goes well with the theme and you'll absolutely be engrossed into the movie. Editing and transitions in and out of dream sequences and completely unrelated scenes are both smooth and seamless. The writing is a slow burn. Like most origin stories are, Sujoy writes in just enough suspense to keep us invested. Some of the writing decisions are brilliant. For instance, not to give Bob, his wife, or most others a Bengali accent in the movie works. Would it have worked with Bengali actors throwing in a few punchlines in their native language in a few exchanges? Perhaps. But does it work the way it is? It quite does. During most of the movie, the writers make you a part of the confusion that Bob is going through, which at times irritates you and at other times leaves you surprised. A Pandora's box of sorts. But, in a few moments in the movie, Sujoy lapses. Without revealing much, some characters have sudden change of hearts and some make decisions which are not consistent with character development. Well, that's all we can tell you without spoilers, but you'll know. So stereotypes did exist, but we wouldn't call it an overkill. For instance, the Yellow Cabs of Kolkata playing the Bengali version of a Kishorda song and making Abhishek pronounce the surname Biswas, to name a few. The last few minutes of the movie seem like the makers were trying to wrap it up in a hurry to make the edit crisp, and in that attempt, it sort of kills the build-up that they have tried so hard to create. At the outset, you should expect this to be a movie that relies more on the acting than the dialogues. But some of the dialogues with the reference to religion and mythology really do stand out. There are subtle metaphors which give this the edge that a dark comedy needs. But if you miss it, you miss it. Let us know in the comments below if you caught a few. Others could have been better for the kind of excitement that was around this film, and then there are a few others which you would expect as well. Overall, direction and writing are somewhere between sweet and sour, and we feel this beloved anti-hero deserved just a tad bit better. The music. Music by Vishal Shekhar, Clinton Serio, Bianca Gomez and Anupam Roy really stands out and gives us the entire suspense and thriller experience, as well as a required melancholic theme to the music. It goes well with the sepia and blue edit that the film sticks to, and we highly recommend you check these songs out if you haven't already. You may not hum them years from now, but they'll surely put you in the mood for the movie even before you see it. Just give it a go. This one is surely a sweet. The cinematography. Garrick Sarkar comes into this one after Mafia and Typewriter, the latter being a Diya Ghosh movie. No wonder he pairs up with the writing and direction perfectly, and every frame is a masterpiece. The beauty of the streets of Kolkata, the South Bombay like charm of colonialism with a mix of modern architecture, and the silent underbelly, all existing at the same time, have been beautifully captured. Not to mention the go scenes, which coupled with the fast paced editing do really impress. This one is definitely sweet.
The acting. Let's talk about the support cast first. Purab Kohli is in a short role and does complete justice to his character Bubai. He's been making his mark lately on the OTT platform and getting the due recognition he deserves. This is the same guy we remember smiling in Kya Mujhe Pyar Hai all those years ago, and he's finally hitting the mark. Ronit Arora as Benny has very little screen time, but Samara Tijori as a hot-headed and driven teenager definitely makes a mark. Bhanu Uday as Jishu Narang does a very convincing job of a corrupt cop. And Amar Upadhyay makes a comeback to the screens with his role as a creepy lusting boss and does a commendable job. Pabitra Raba as a loyal, part-time Hakka Noodles hawker and a small-time errand gangster is one of the most convincing actors in the film. And as an honorable mention, MLA Kanchan Malik as the irritating neighbor successfully does what he is meant to, irritate. But our favorite among the supporting cast has to be Khalida, played by the film and television veteran Paran Bandyopadhyay. My god, there is something so endearing about him and something so mysterious yet believable about how he chooses to play this character that we were in complete awe. In many ways, Khalida is a better written character than that of Bob's. We genuinely wish all of us get to see more of this character in the future films. Creators, are you listening? A major sweep. Now let's come to Chitrangada. She's brilliant and believable as Bob's wife, who is in a second marriage, struggling to make ends meet and trying to smile in the worst of situations. Something about Chitrangada has not changed since Hazaro Khwaishein Aisi, and we continue to see the same charm and the same energy in her version of Mary, Bob's wife. It's only towards the end, whether because of the character arc or because of the abrupt storytelling, that you end up not feeling sorry for her character, but she did deserve a better arc. She does well with what she has got, and this is definitely a sweet. And finally, the star of the show, Abhishek. More than a decade back, we remember being confused with Abhishek Bachchan as an actor. The guy appeared in innumerable forgettable movies in early 2000s, and we kept wondering how long could he go on like this. Then he gave us Guru. And in this particular scene when he says, इस अमानत का बोझ इतना है कि इसके नीचे कोई भी दब जाएगा. मैं, आप, कोई भी. We were convinced then, as we are convinced now, nobody could have replaced him. When we first heard that Abhishek is being cast as Bob Biswas instead of the much beloved Shashwata Chatterjee, continuing his role from Kahani, we had our doubts. I'm sure you had too. But how naive of us. See, we know people are going to compare. Kuch to log kahenge. And there are going to be a lot of viewers who will say Shashwata would have done better, but hear us out. Abhishek embodies Bob, making the character his own. Never once did we feel through the entire movie that he draws inspiration from Shashwata while doing complete justice to the character. He opts to play this one mellow, subtle, cold, and at the same time, cold-blooded. Like in Guru, he is a badass, but in his own way, not in the classical sense of an anti-hero. He seems totally comfortable in his skin as Bob and brings in little things like, sliding a thumb under the belt of his slanger and trying to bring an underconfident quality to his character as a common man and just a simple insurance agent. He does that really well. His transition from a man with amnesia to the crazy anti-hero is both bloody smooth and masterfully done. Don't you feel Abhishek does better with roles where he can just be himself, that he can be a better actor than a hero? Let us know in the comment section.
The bottom line. Watch it for, well, Bob Biswas. If Kahani left you wanting more of Bob Biswas and you're comfortable being taken along this ride as it is, this one's for you. Abhishek, in possibly one of the best performances he's done in a while. Chitrangada, as being a rock-solid performer in this one. The magnificent supporting cast and the visual pleasure that Garrick Sarkar brings with his cinematography. Don't watch it for abrupt character arcs and haphazard storytelling. Overall, we'd rate this 7 on 10 on IMDb. There's an Easter egg towards the end of the movie. Did you catch it? Do let us know in the comments section if you did and what you thought of the movie. This is Viewers Cut signing off. Delighted with your viewership. Until next time.